Easy Mizzy on Mac. HS on deck, no meds, my S bake off with gap. Yes.
For that, another reaction. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This video was supposed to be out 3 days ago, but I've got an assignment due in 3 days that I've been spending a lot of time on. I'm not gonna lie to you, uni comes first. I can't lie, fam. You feel I'm paying flipping 9k every year to not prioritize this stuff. So yeah, obviously uni's going to be coming first for the next like 3 years on the channel. But it's not like I have zero time. So without any further ado, let's get into 2Smokeyy straight out of Camden. Very, very highly suggested. Let's get into this one.
Made a banger.
You can see like I'm kind of getting into it, but I'm trying to like get a gauge of where the beat is because it's not drill, so I'm out of my jurisdiction to use law that I'm studying. I'm out of my jurisdiction right now in terms of like when I can actually guess how a beat's going to sound like. With drill beats, I can kind of predict it. This one, I have no clue. Can't lie.
Look, boss lean. See, I had to learn the hard way. Mama said you're on the one way road to a dark place. She don't understand how I live, but my heart aches. I can't eat the rose for my heart's sake. Boss lean.
Fam, yeah, I can't lie. This beat, it's not doing what I thought it was gonna do. I'm very confused. I'm trying to suss out the beat. No pun intended, because obviously sus from Active Gang. But I'm trying to suss out the beat, trying to get a gauge of what the beat is, so I know what he's gonna be rapping over, but I can't.
Yeah, I had to learn the hard way. Mama said you're on the one way road to a dark place. She don't understand how I live, but my heart aches. I can't eat the rose for my heart's sake. Real life I lived it, graze man addicted. Victim to the system, I've been it. Hospital bed, I've been in it. Came my bank, dying my stitches. Different type of badness I know. I ain't never ran off this wavy, he knows. They had chance with your fists and he ran from the blows. I come close to my death more than once on his bros, but alhamdulillah, last by his role, man, I know. I ain't never ran from a blade, man, I should've got shaved. I still let us hazy, got stabbed up silly. Permanent scars, what day, man, I bet he sees us to this day. Dickhead, dust me a case, I just dodged me a pigeon.
That sounded mad aggressive. I'd hate to be mad, man, fam.
Stabbed up silly, permanent scars, what day, man, I bet he sees us to this day. Dickhead, dust me a case, I just dodged me a pigeon. Going up and they talking double digits. I ain't with it, free my niggas in them prisons. We been active on them visits, God willing, they be home in a midget. Trust, like my bros by hate, how we live. We put work on these bricks. Now they mentioning us when they talk about the biz. I know it's fucked up. Welcome to the gully act. This is how we actually live. Straight out Camden, home with a face and a snitch. But they act like they got chopped you for one step a day.
Fam, this is why I try not to react to unreleased songs, because sometimes you don't know the story of the artist. They may, fam, whoever that is banging, can you look cut that out? Can they cut that out? Anyways, yeah, when it's not been officially released by the artist, sometimes they might be waiting to eventually release it. But the main reason I try not to do it is the way it sounds. It doesn't sound as clean as the artist would probably want you to hear them sound, if that makes sense. Like, this doesn't sound totally clean. I've heard worse though. I can hear what he's saying, but it would sound cleaner if it got like officially released, because obviously it goes through the proper process it goes through. But now it's going in. With this one, there's not too many like bars like that, unless I'm missing stuff that I'm sure you guys are gonna tell me in the comments. But it's more of he's just kind of telling his story. That's why he's picked a rap beat, not a drill beat. I've noticed in recent years, there's been a trend of drill artists doing that, most notably with Miz. With Return of the Mac. But I've clocked that when they really want to get some stuff off their chest, they don't actually use drill beats for it. They use rap beats because it's slower and it's more like heartfelt, whereas drill is more aggressive. And when you hear a drill beat, your mind's already racing to hear like violent stuff and just crud. But now he's taking a different sort of approach on this one, which I can appreciate in the context of him as an artist. That's what I'm trying to say.
Had them up in their back, got drop and got the crack on me, they're praying on the pavement, left the whole scene tapes. Just another of them days, and this life that I live every day.
Just another of those days in this life that I've lived. If you actually listen to what he's saying, a lot of it, if not all of it, is past tense, reflecting on the stuff that's happened. So yeah, that's one thing I've noticed about this song. But I like it though, I like it.
Count down the sun, going off the his and his. That's him, his niggas and affiliates too. I got nothing to prove, car. Bang, bang, splash, man, and shoot. Bada bing, bada boom. I got legs, but I ain't never ran from the dude, cause you don't know pain. Probably heard on the tune. I ain't lost me a brother. I lost 1 + 2, I some gang.
I must have seen some tweet about it or something ages ago where it's like, fam, like when you get caught lacking and you know that they're gonna end up putting on a song, like, fam. You just know you're gonna hear it on a song.
Broad day, late night, I don't hesitate to shoot. I just pray Allah forgives me for the deals that I do. Praise Allah, make the Allah forgive me and Jew. Damn, what's the C3 clan? Lean back, fat, joint squeeze. Man, we the last of the road. You ain't ever seen me crumble. I'm bad, I'm but humble. That's enough talk, man. If you the walk, I'm gonna have the whole bar shake when my gun talk. You ever run up in the yard with your dog? 2 guns up, tryna end the niggas' guns. You ever fully go body like Menards? Man, about 21 to life behind bus. You ain't never tried wheel up a boot and that's.
Shout out 2Smokeyy Solicitor. He's always in my comments. Shout you out. What girl?
Reload, come back and start shooting. I don't wanna travel, miss how gone. I got war, I got petrified wrong. So I can leave one of them pagans in the past. And anything I do, still forgive me. Allah dethrone me. I got war, I got petrified wrong. So I can leave one of them pagans in the past. And anything I do, still forgive me. Allah dethrone me. Niggas wanna kill me. Oh, you seen a version showing
Dethrone me. So in order to get dethroned, you have to be sat on the throne in the first place. What a bar.
know to thrill me. Hey.
RIP the fucking real fam. RIP S4 Fizzy. Mitch, Dirt, get me. Real the real man. Last one's left.
R.I.P. This video is sponsored by F Custom. F Custom are a company that do custom jerseys. You can order yours from fcustom.com, and if you use my discount code SACHI, you can get 10% off of your order. Thank you very much to F Custom for sponsoring this channel. Without any further ado, let's get into the video. Nish, what's now there? I'm so sorry. I don't know if you lot can hear the banging, but there's just a lot of noises going on that I would appreciate if they cut out. But nah, sadly, I don't know. It sounds like it's coming from downstairs. No clue what that's about. Anyways, in terms of the actual song, very highly suggested. 2Smokeyy, Active Gang, very, very popular people. So I wasn't really surprised when I saw the amount of requests, but that was a good song. It was a good song. 2Smokey's a rapper that I really rate. I even said I rate him more than Sus. You're not gonna kill me for that, but that's what I said. Like, I genuinely think that he's a cold rapper, man. He's a very cold rapper. So yeah, and as I said during the reaction, I appreciate from him as an artist, from that perspective, his ability to actually rap on a rap beat as well, which I said, yeah, a lot of drill rappers nowadays are showing that they can do that, because these guys are actually very, very talented, like very, very talented, which is why I like doing what I'm doing, because yeah, you don't really think about it when you're listening to the music. You kind of take it for granted, but like, these guys are actually very talented to do that. Like, if you actually really sat down and tried to rap like a flipping, like, drill, like, acceptable, not even acceptable, like a flipping, like a very cold drill verse, like, you probably wouldn't be able to do it. It probably sounds easier than it actually is to do it. So now, these guys are very talented, man. I like this song. The only thing is the beat. Like, it's not that I dislike it, it's just that I kind of felt like it was gonna be a little bit different, in the sense of, like, with beats, like, typically, like, there's 4 beats in a bar, and typically on the 3rd beat it will go up and then it will return on the 4th. But this one, it didn't really do that. This one kind of just stayed the same throughout, which isn't bad, because the premise was fine. Like, the premise as a beat was fine. I just felt as though it would do a little bit more, but it didn't. But that's not a criticism of him or the song, really. It just kind of took me by surprise. Yeah, just kind of didn't do what I expected it to do. But if I didn't go into it with that expectation, then there's nothing to say about it. The beat was calm. Otherwise, would I rate the whole thing out of 10? Probably rate it 8 out of 10. The fact that it's more reflective and talking about his experiences, I'd say for me personally, gives it a lack of replay value, in the sense of, it's like he's telling a story. And I only really need to hear the story once. I don't really need to hear the same story over and over. So yeah, but otherwise, that's not even a criticism of the song. It's just one of those songs that you don't need to listen to over and over. It's just, you hear it once and that's calm. But if you want to repeat it, then you can. But me personally, that's not the kind of song that I'm gonna have on repeat like that. Anyways, I've been Sachi14. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. I'll be back again soon.